Hello everyone, Novabug here. Now what is this, may you ask? I'm sorry about the lighting, I've got to sort that out. That will come in due course. This will be the new bug station, as it were. I haven't named it yet. Think of a good name. I don't know what to call it yet. I can't call it the attic bug, because that's taken. So what shall I call it? I mean, the old thing was called the Waffle Corner. What is this coming in? The Bug Loft? Something like that. Anyway, it will be arranged and sorted eventually. But here is the first video from it, and what better way to start filming from this new locale with a review of a new decoration that I'll be having. Pride of place up on the wall, probably around about here when it's all boarded up and painted, and there's a desk here and all my shits together. It's a lovely little calendar produced by a great channel and a good friend of mine, ChinnyVision. Who's well into his 8-bits, does fantastic reviews. If you haven't subbed him, why not? You should have, and I'm pointing over there. I should be pointing there. So he did these calendars as a sort of celebration thing, a gift to Patreons, his Patreons initially, and then I think he opened it out for other people as well. A very reasonable price, limited edition, and I thought I'd show you and what I think of the material, of the merch. And here it is. Hope it comes out in this light. The 2017 ChinnyVision calendar. Yes. All screenshots from original hardware, because he likes doing this channel with original hardware, which is really, really excellent. I wish I could do the same with all my videos. Unfortunately, I can't at the moment. So, anyway, great calendar this. It's got screenshots from 8-bit computers, primarily the Spectrum, the Commodore, and the Amstrad. ChinnyVision is a massive Amstrad fan, as you can see there, with Alan Sugar's lovely little portrait on the front. Yes, you either love him or you hate him, don't you? In fact, I'm in the middle with him at the moment, especially after the last year. But anyway, let's go through it month to month and see what you think. So, first we go to January, Head Over Heels, classic game. Yes, indeed. A brilliant, wonderful, fantastic game, it certainly is. And there is the Amstrad CPC version, Pride of Place, on the big screenshot. You've also got the Commodores, the Specky, and the MSX version down there. Excellently produced, really well defined pictures there. The cropping is fantastic. Great production, really colourful as well. The colours really come out well. Layout of the calendar is basically standard of every single page. Enough to write little notes if you fancy ruining it by putting marker pen all over it. I personally won't do that. I'll just have it hung up in a very nice. Oh look, ChinnyVision's logo down there, and little Zub down in the corner, which is ChinnyVision likes to use that as his little logo. So we go on to February. Caves of Doom. Not a game I'm overly familiar with. I remember probably playing it once or twice. I'm not overly familiar with it, but you've got the Amstrad CPC version there, along with another screenshot of it there. Specky again, and Specky again there. So no Commodore thing there. I don't even know if it came out on the Commodore, to be honest. So you know, I'm not very familiar with this game, but again, excellent production. Nice little screenshot, that one, with the little man looking at the camera. Spectrum fans will love it. I mean, Spectrum Amstrad fans and Commodore fans should really love this. Now, this one's going to be... I love this one. March is probably my favourite, as you can probably see why. It is Burning Rubber on the GX4000 and the Plus systems. Now, this might be a bit polarising to a lot of other people, because a lot of people won't be that familiar with the GX4000 or even know about it. But I think it's nice that the GX4000 gets its flagship game promoted, Pride of Place. It's good to see, because Burning Rubber is a fantastic looking game. Always said that, and it did promote the facilities and the functions of the Plus machines in the GX4000. So for me personally, I love seeing that. Not everyone's cup of tea, probably, to have a whole month dedicated to a very obscure machine and an obscure game. But never mind, it's fantastic for me. Personally, not everyone's cup of tea. This, however, is everyone's cup of tea. Spectrum fans, well, Spectrum fans and Amstrad fans, it's certainly their cup of tea. Commodore fans, not so much. Chase HQ, one of the very best games on the Amstrad and the Spectrum. Fantastic, probably the best game on the Amstrad. And there is a massive, lovely screenshot of Chase HQ on the Amstrad there. and the Specky there, and less said about the Commodore 64 version the better. Yes, yes, I love that one. A great month. I love that month. Yaya Kung Fu for May. Are we into May? I've lost where we were. Yaya Kung Fu there. All the screenshots including the Commodore 16 version and the BBC Micro there as well, which is lovely to see. So a little bit more range of systems on that one. Again, excellently produced. Bomb Jack 2 for June. A little bit of jumpy bomby. There's the Amstrad version there. Specky version up there. The lovely little title screen from the Specky version there. You've got the Commodore 16 version again, it's good to see. And the Commodore 64 version, which, as we all know, is actually Thundercats remastered as Bomb Jack, because it's got the Thundercats theme tune. I like that one. Beachhead for July. Well, beach, July. Very clever, very good. This one's a bit strange. It seems to have this big gap here, which I'm not... That kind of is a little bit weird, that big gap there. Maybe it's because you tried to put the screenshots in. You've got the BBC Electron in... sorry, the Acon Electron, excuse me. The Acon Electron in there, and the Atari 8-bits there as well. So even more range. Commodore 64, highlighting the Commodore 64 version on the big screenshot there. Amstrad CPC and the Specky version up there. For Beachhead, it's a game, another game that I really am not too familiar with. But I think this is a little bit of Jeff Minter's work. I'm sure it is. Yeah, Llamasoft. And a lot of Commodore fans probably love this. Attack of the Mutant Camels. And the big screenshot there, I do like this one because the big screenshot is featuring the Atari 8-bits. The Atari XL and XC in specific. So great there to see a system like the Atari 8-bits featured. And of course this, I'm not sure whether this came out, I don't think it came out on the CPC to be honest, but because it was primarily Commodore, and as you can see there's a Commodore 64 version down there. Only one screenshot from the Commodore 64 version, which is a bit of a pity, but a Jeff Minter classic, I believe. Bruce Lee for September the month, and we have Commodore, Atari, Specky, Amstrad up there, MSX. Nice to see the MSX. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to do that. So we've got a nice range there, and we've got the screenshot there. I think the title screen from the Atari, and the main play screen from the Commodore version, which I believe was the best version anyway. I think it was. I think it was definitely a great version on the Commodore 64. It's okay on the Amstrad. Not one of my favourites, but okay. Bruce Lee. October, my birth month. And one of my favourite Western games, this. Kane. A bit of Western action. I do always love that loading screen from the Amstrad there. Pride of place at the top. Commodore version there. BBC Micro there. Yeah. Looks like it was drawn by a 4-year-old in Paint Spa or something on the RM Nimbus. But it's good to see. It's good to see something like that. Specky version, another Commodore, and of course an Amstrad screenshot down there of the bird slaying scene. Great to see Kane highlighted. A lot of people forget Kane. That they don't see it. They don't remember that game often. I used to love it, so it's great to see it on the calendar. Going into November now, nearly at the end of the year, and a classic Nemesis. Or Gradius, sometimes known as, but Nemesis on the MSX, of course. MSX version featured heavily here, with a good screenshot there, and the title screen. Amstrad version, not much cop in my mind for Nemesis, from my memory banks. Memory banks not functioning, neither is my speech, of course. MSX again there, Specky and Commodore. So the Specky, the Commodore and the Amstrad feature a lot, but you do get, obviously, good coverage for the Atari 8-bits, and the MSX on this. So, you know, fans of them systems as well. Good for you too. And finally, Chinny has his little self-indulgent thing for December with Zub. And that's the little alien who climbs through the clouds. And we've got the CPC version. 2 screenshots from the CPC version there. The really, really handsome title screen from the CPC version. And the giant screenshot of the Specky there. Overall, the production of this is excellent. It's really it's really good quality. going to stand up to a bit of test of time. I wouldn't draw on it. I think this is sort of one of those things you want to keep in pristine condition. It's a nice idea from Chinny, and I hope he does a 2018 one, to be honest, with a 12 different games. Like I said, the March Burning Rubber, great for me, great for Amstrad fans, but for, you know, a lot of people are not Amstrad fans, and I can understand that. It might be, oh, you know, it's a bit funny seeing, you know, multiple screenshots of the same game. That's the only really one that I think some people might be disappointed about. The production is still excellent though, but because it's not multiple screenshots, people might think that's a bit of a cop out. But that aside, the whole thing is excellent. It's excellent for the price. It's going to look great on my wall. And most of the games featured are things that bring back memories for me. I mean, featuring like Kane in there is fantastic. So on the whole, good. And a nice, lovely little trinket for the bug loft, or whatever it will become. So, just wanted to give my quick thumbs up for ChinnyVision's calendar there. Double thumbs up. I do triple thumbs up. In fact, I'm going to do 3 thumbs up. Come in here. Thumbs up. What do you think of ChinnyVision's calendar?
Really good.
Is it really good?
Yeah.
That's my daughter's endorsement for ChinnyVision's calendar. So, and you can't go wrong there. Anyway, do you want to say never bug out?
Never bug out.